Have you ever sat in your car after a long day and just stared? Before going inside, maybe it's just like, I need a moment, and you just doom scroll on your phone. If so, this is for you. You're not crying, you're not falling apart, but life just feels off. You don't feel right inside your body, you don't feel right inside your life, even if everything looks good from the outside. My cat Gigi is joining us today. And you really can't even explain it. You're tired, you're disconnected, and you don't feel like yourself. I remember this one night so clearly. I had just gone through a huge life shift. Everything in my life had changed on paper, but I was still doing everything right. I was moving forward, I was working, I was doing all the things that I needed to do to show up for my life, right? Keeping it together. No one really knew that I was drowning, but I would get home and I would just sit in my car. And I was living alone at the time, and I would still just doom scroll or just stare like, what do I even do when I go inside? I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing right now. And I just felt a lot of heaviness in my chest, and I knew that this is not like how my life is supposed to be. This is not who I am. I'm not showing up at my best. And I was not falling apart. I wasn't in crisis anymore. Maybe I was previously because of the shock of my divorce and all the anxiety that had come up, but I just wasn't okay. And the hardest part was I couldn't explain that, and no one could even see it. So I just kept telling myself, you're fine, just keep going, you'll figure it out. But inside, I really felt really far from who I truly was, from that higher self, from that person that used to be so deeply connected to God. It felt really far off. I felt connected to the universe. I felt connected to my higher self. I felt connected to God and source. And here I was just questioning everything. So there was this one moment where I stopped trying to push it, and instead I started asking, like, what can I do to fix this? I asked something different. I said, what do I actually need right now? What does my body need right now? And I remember thinking, I don't need more answers from outside of myself. I need to feel like I'm okay in my body again. And that was like a really big mind shift for me, because I didn't know who this person was. I knew I didn't feel good in my body. So I just wanted to start there. I wanted to focus on my body. So that is like how I was able to shift and be able to figure the other pieces out. But when we stop, we have to stop abandoning ourselves in the middle of like these big shocking things and meeting ourselves right where we are. And that's really hard because we're not taught how to do it, and no one is explaining that to us. We're kind of just expected to be stressed out because the economy is horrible. Life is horrible in the United States. So we're just expected to, that's just life. Life is stressful. Life's not fair, you know? But most people believe I'll feel better once I figure everything out. But it's actually the opposite. Your body needs to feel safe first, and then your mind gets clear, and then you can come back to yourself, and then you can take action steps. That's confusing for us, right? Because we think, once I figure this out, I'll feel better in my body. But we need to feel better in our bodies first. So if that feels maybe, I don't know, a little too real, let's take a breath together. Put your hand on your chest. Just sit with me. And ask yourself, not what should I do, but what does my body need right now? And let the answer land. If you need to sit a little bit longer, that's okay. Sometimes our answers come very quickly, and sometimes they need a minute. But our intuition feels calm. It does not feel like nervousness. It does often feel like when it lands, it's like a whisper. And often our anxiety or our fear feels jolting or scary, or, you know, and it's like, well, I should be doing this. I should be doing this. Intuition doesn't talk like that. It will whisper to you and it will say, you should maybe try this. This is what your body needs right now. So let's not force ourselves forward, but finally start listening again. And you could try this on your own. What does my body need right now? You need to get to that quiet, safe space to be able to do that. So if you're in this season right now, like I've been, when nothing fully feels right and you don't know what's next, I'm teaching you how to do that, okay? And I'm excited for our journey together. I have a membership called the Moon Room, where we do 2 full breathwork sessions, once with the full moon and once with the new moon, once a month. Excuse me, I'm tripping over my words here. But I'm going to be teaching on this. I'm going to do live teachings and recorded teachings. And I'm excited about what can shift inside of you when we learn to come back to ourselves, when we learn to get out of survival mode. I hope to see you soon.